All right, let's get this started. Wash the last game off. Horrible outing. Adjusted the playbook a little bit more, tweaked it, tried to find those plays I wanted to delete. But anyhow, we're facing the 0-2 Falcons in Atlanta, who really aren't that great across the board. Their players, we'll go over the injury report and depth chart. We're leading the division 1-1. Everyone else has lost two, surprisingly, because I would have thought that the Buccaneers would still be playing well. Um, Nussmeier, the rookie, the one that got booed as the second pick to the Jets, is having a pretty damn good start to the year. Um, so as you can see here, it's only game two. Oh, I actually need to go over that before I start the game. I forgot to do that. Let's do that now. I always go 450 because if they get half that, they get 5 points. Um, Same with this. You know what? Because yeah, if I do, well, am I going to average? So four. Yeah, let's do that. I'm gonna start doing that instead. 350 is more sure thing than. Well, that's 200. I get 4 points for that. Yeah, let's go with that. All right, and hopefully less than two passing touchdowns. Thankfully, Chuba was only out the last game. I was worried he was going to be out for a while. Didn't look good. And yeah, other teams seem to have the injury bug, and we're surviving. So let's see if anyone stands. Ooh, Michael Penix is out. Who's their backup? Kyle Pitts is out. Okay, not that that does much. I did make a change in the depth chart. Here, I'll show you. I don't know. I'm kind of just throwing darts here. Putting Horn in as a third wide receiver and number one in the slot. Moved Coker down. I just want to see what he can do. See if he can create a spark with his speed. Um, I'm thinking he's going to affect the game more in real life than he has here in my franchise because he hasn't really ranked up that high. All right, Falcons. A rookie, Kadon Salter. Swear to God, man, if he fucking rips us apart. If I were them, I would just run it almost every down and play action off of it on occasion. So I'm glad I picked our defensive scheme is to just defend the inside runs. All right, Drake London. Nothing, man. They're hurting. I would say they're hurting. They're tied. Yeah, Pitts is out. Let's see their offensive line here. Are we gonna find the bitch today? He's so far our bitch. Okay. I'm wondering if Nelson or if if Nelson's gonna give up some sacks to Scorton here in Princely. Jalen Walker. He's top the depth chart now. Who'd they used to have? Some other guy? Oh, he was a rookie that drafted. I was not that interested in him, but wasn't it he? I think he was first on the at left end last year. And I guess while I'm on that topic, what cool thing about this mod, I'll say real quick. There's a couple tools, and maybe during the before we start the next season, which is a long ways away, I'll show a video of all of them. But couple of the tools are they you run it to where it tells every team to kind of like, okay, take similar like players and change their positions so that you don't have like, you know, a really good backup at left end not playing right end, for example. Um, it'll also change positions based on scheme for in like case of like defensive ends and outside linebackers. If you have a 6'3", 256 found defensive end and you change your scheme to like a 3-4, it'll automatically move him to outside linebacker. Now, of course, I opt to not do that for my team. I just want to do it for every other team so that they maximize their players. So, like in this case, what probably happened was Walker was probably first. This guy, it was second at left end, but it moved him to right end to get the best players on the field. So that's kind of cool that it does that, I thought. All right, we should be able to run up the middle. Again, famous last words. Nothing really to write home about here. Isn't that a rookie? Hold on, I think I remember that face. Yeah, it was a rookie. Okay, rookie middle linebacker. Man, hopefully we can run. But unfortunately, I already picked a scheme of deep passing. So I probably fucked up again. I probably should do that. Look at the rosters before I do that, huh? All right. I feel like I'm forgetting something again, but practice. Oh, I guess we can kind of. Here's what we're gonna have going into free agency. So Daniel Jones needs to pick it up a lot when he gets put in the game for me to want to sign him. I know I'm going to need a backup, but if I'm drafting a quarterback, then I'm not going to need a veteran backup. Icky, it's not going to break the bank if we resign him. So I don't know, man. I don't know. It's a tough one. I can't imagine a world where I would want to not resign him, but ugh, that's tough. Definitely going to resign this guy. I mean, I get that he's not like a star. Oh, he's he's not a great cornerback. I didn't mean to say star as in his star development trait, but it's pretty cheap. He has all the intangibles. Not sure about this one yet. I was excited to sign him, but I want to see some splash plays out of our guys. And I'll give you an example. Is he on here? Yeah, like that guy. Okay, but I'm probably not going to re-sign Tremble, to be honest with you. I might want to look in the draft to get our second tight end. And I've been thinking a lot lately about how often we throw to the tight end. If even though Jatavian Sanders does well for us, if there was a superstar, I probably need to pay attention. Like and no, I don't mean like star and superstar and X Factor. I mean like a great. If there's a great tight end, I might want to think about it. Might resign him. I don't know. I might need to reassess who we're using at fullback. I liked him because he was cheap. He's my fourth tight end in case one of them gets injured, and I liked his lead blocking abilities to put him at fullback and call more of those plays too. But I should probably be looking at fullback and tight end. This is the guy I was talking about here, where I think he like shows up. Like he may not stop wide receivers from catching the ball. He may not really plug the hole with run plays, but like I don't know, just something about him just it's kind of fun to watch. Like when he hits and he tackles. He seems like a more sure tackler. So even though he's not rated that high, like he stands out. I kind of want to see that from my middle linebackers. And then that's it. So we have some cap room, and we don't have a lot of free agents that are going to require a lot of money. Pretty much just Icky. So it's kind of going to be one of those. It's a long ways away, but thankfully, we're going to have some money, and we're going to try to keep saving it because we don't know if we're going to have to re-sign Price. Which at this point, it's not looking like it. It's looking like he's going to go into his 5th-year option. We're going to draft a quarterback, and then we're probably going to see who wants to trade for him. I'm definitely going to put feelers out there. I think that's it. Like always, I'm probably forgetting something, but we'll see who the Steelers are playing. They're holding one of our first-round picks next year and second. And Steelers. All right, let's get her started. Yeah, why not? What does it look like with blue socks? Where can I find some blue socks? Oh yeah, let's do that. I really hope we pick it up this game, man. There's really no one on their team that stands out.
It's week 3 of the NFL, where division rivals will clash in the NFC South. It's the Panthers and the Falcons, and it comes your way next
Robinson.
On EA Sports.
A dazzling facility located here in the heart of Atlanta, Georgia. Welcome inside Mercedes-Benz Stadium. Welcome to another entertaining matchup, folks. Kate Scott, Brock Heward on the call in this one. Brock, a couple of running backs down on the field who can really take over their offenses when they get in the groove.
And I think that's going to be the ultimate goal of both of these offenses, right? I mean, there's just no confusion about it. They want to get their bell cow in that groove and get them going. Find that rhythm where they're ripping off chunk yardage run after run and then just keep on feeding that beast. In a game like this, whichever offense can get that rhythm and run game going first is likely going to be your winner.
Season
Man, if their rookie quarterback plays well against us,
this
when
will be
I
a
see
touchback,
that,
so we're going to need our first snap to see the first action of this
I'm
game.
expecting interceptions,
So out here
sacks.
the Falcons for their first possession. And they'll be let out by somebody no doubt feeling a few nerves today, making his first NFL start.
Kate, when I watch these rookie quarterbacks running out to open a game, I think of
Quarterback
the old
with
World
number 0,
Series
bro.
great pitcher Cliff Lee. And he made a one-handed play in the World Series and was asked about it afterwards. They said, man, how do you have so much poise? You didn't even look nervous on that stage. And he said, sometimes you got to fake it until you make it. You got to tell yourself you'll be just fine. And these rookie QBs, that's part of the learning curve they're climbing.
Here's a counter give to Robinson.
Okay, so my weekly game plan was to
with a new set of downs to boot.
defend the inside run, and they're coming out with
you
nickel
can't just
sets.
ask one tackler to go mano-a-mano and stop this guy. You got to have the cavalry coming. One guy makes a hit, the others are there to clean up and pile on, because one-on-one, he's going to run right through you.
Throwing now on first down. Got his target. It's Granson. And they get there to take him down right around the 41.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on first down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for second down. On third and short in your back pocket, you can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
There was a blitz coming, and that got somebody to panic and jump early. It cost him 5 yards. Everyone's prepped. It's second down now. They'll run here following the penalty. And this one doesn't go far. Stop made that time by the rookie from Florida State. They come to the line here. This is 3rd and 6. Back to throw. And even on 3rd down, he sees no choice other than to get rid of it. Not the play they wanted. It's going to be 4th down.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw.
He calls for the fair catch and has it at the 22-yard line. So here come the Panthers now for their opening drive. They'll be led out by the first player picked in the 2023 NFL Draft from Alabama. It's Bryce Young.
And you wonder, as he's about to take his first snap today, yeah, he took care of the football last week, Kate. That was great. No interceptions. But just the one touchdown. Be curious if he cranks up that aggressive knob today.
First play, and Young's going to pass. Has him on the quick hitter.
Oh, there we
And
go.
he'll
Get
down
Horn
after
involved right
fighting his
away.
way to the 32. Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. Shotgun, handoff to Taylor. And he'll get it up near the 38-yard line before going down. That one ends up a gain of 6. And it'll give the Panthers a first down. New set of downs for him at the 38. Young on 1st and 10. Short pass brought in. And he's going to get this up to the 45 before he's brought down.
That is a textbook first down completion. Sets up second and very manageable. It creates space to take that shot downfield.
Jukes his way into the clear. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
Looky here. You don't even have to worry now about a third down call as that run moves the sticks. Now that call you had ready, though, you can recycle it. Save it for later for that next third down coming.
To the air on 1st down. Young. That one's complete right side. And the defense waiting for him at the line, and he goes down. 2nd and 10. Need to get some positive yardage here. Now movement as somebody goes early. And for the first time today, we're going to hear from our officials. One of the most common penalties in the sport. And the reaction, it's the same every time, Brock. Frustration from the coach as they get backed up 5 yards. So things getting a bit tougher following that penalty. We got 2nd and 15.
There you go. Ooh.
And it's a nice game, but still not enough for the first.
This dude was just not going to be stopped. Not by the first defender. Heck, not even by the second one who was able to bring him down. No, it took a few shots before this crew could finally get this beast down.
On 3rd down, it's Young. Complete beyond the marker. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your third downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
Cut out left. And they take him down right along the 30.
It's not just imperative that a quarterback knows man or zone. Same thing for a receiver, especially on a drag route. When he sees zone coverage like that, just settle down, find the soft spot, and give your quarterback a chance.
From the 30 on 2nd down. It was there, but he couldn't hang on. That's incomplete. He can't hang on to the pass. And now they'll face a 3rd and 3. Up the middle, Hubbard. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
Okay, you know me, I can't resist. I thought we might have needed the old Gene Steratore index card down there, making a really close measurement to see if he got the first down or not. But in the end, well, the right call was made. He got just enough to move the chains.
And he scampers ahead and gets 2 on the carry.
Hey, we know running the ball in the NFL is hard, and that play pretty indicative of it. Here's the key, though. At the end of the game, those type of plays got to be in the minority, and the majority have got to do some damage.
2nd and 8. He keeps those feet in and makes the catch.
There's no negatives ever on a grade sheet for a completion, but that's one of those situations. If you're going to take a risk and throw an out route, we'd sure like to see a little bit more yardage gained.
A costly false start penalty as 3rd down becomes much more difficult to convert as they back it up 5. The penalty makes it 3rd and 8 here. Shotgun snap now to Young. He's on the move. He's running for it. And he's able to get this down to the 13. They get an even 10 on that play. And that'll be good for a Carolina first. Here's Hubbard on the give.
Oh,
And they take it across the goal line for a Carolina touchdown.
there we go. Offense is back
The
for this drive.
Panthers have a great first drive and get the game's first points. Chuba Hubbard with the touchdown. For the offense, you gotta love it, Brock. Points to begin the game as he runs it in for an opening drive touchdown.
And you've got one very happy running back right over there on the sideline right now. These backs, they do feel the pressure to find the end zone every single week. It's not easy to do. But to do it this early and get out of the way, big time.
That That one splits the uprights. And the Panthers will jump out to a 7-0 lead. The Panthers kick team out there now as they send it away. Here's a return from the 7. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. The Falcons taking the field for their second try. They aren't even quite sure what this team is going to settle in as this season, Brock, but already this is an important contest for them that could have postseason implications down the line. And he can only manage 1 yard. The defenders were at the ready to bring him down.
I can promise you that's not what it looked like on the practice field nor on the whiteboard. Typically, QB run is going to net you a whole lot more yardage than that. But let's give some credit. Strong effort by that defensive front who contained a play. It typically goes for a whole lot more. I know from the position of the quarterback, Kate, sometimes you hand that ball, you put it in the belly of the running back, and you send him right into the teeth of a buzzsaw. You can feel it from the jump. And
Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it.
That's what I was expecting to see.
And the defense comes through to back him up ahead of 4th down.
sometimes I wish everybody could feel what that feels like. When you're a QB and you just feel the air in the pocket getting sucked out and you know there's no escape, it can be just one heck of a deflating feeling. Not for that defense who puts a sack on the board.
And some textbook work covering that punt. It is stopped after almost nothing on the return. That one an impressive 57-yard kick. And it's going to be Panthers football. They'll send him over right. Here's Young on 1st and 10.
Oh.
It's incomplete. Should have been a catch downfield.
Damn it,
but off his
Texel.
hands and to the
Again.
ground it goes. Couldn't connect on 1st. It's 2nd down.
You drop one more fucking ball, I'm gonna bench your ass.
Young working from
Probably
the gun.
for at least
This one is hit by a defender and winds up incomplete.
one this game.
Firmly denied by
Maybe
the
the
man in
next two.
coverage. So they're left facing 3rd and long. Out of the gun, Young. Pass complete to Hubbard. Decent gain here, but short of the first. So that's 1 quarter gone in a battle of NFC South rivals. Neither side separating much so far. We'll make our return to Mercedes-Benz Stadium after this. We're ready to go with the 2nd quarter. It's Panthers football. They are looking at 4th down, however. They'll run for it. Hubbard. And he has it up towards midfield before he's taken down at the 47. So the run doesn't get the yardage. It's a turnover on downs.
I love aggressive defenses. And a blitz on 4th down's a gutsy call. But it can work against the pass.
And the fact that you
or in
didn't
that
get
case,
behind
against the
Lewis.
run. Good luck running for the sticks when you've
It's
got a
your fault.
whole defense crashing the line of scrimmage off the snap.
Now here come the Falcons on offense. And it's far from the first time we're seeing this unit head out, Brock. But what we haven't seen so far in this opening half, well, we haven't seen much in terms of yardage.
No, it's like they've written a few lyrics, but nowhere close to a song yet.
And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
Well, if they were concerned about losing yards, running it on 1st down, it just happened anyway. Not many passes end in a loss. Hopefully they got a little more aggressive strategy coming here on 2nd down.
Completed over the middle. And he takes it just inside the 40, down to the 39. And the Panthers into the nickel set. 3rd down coming. Pass play now. Short throw is dropped. This one's incomplete. That's one he knows he should have had.
They're gonna go for it.
And it's 4th and short. We'll see if they go for it.
Come on, guys.
He's dropping back to throw.
Oh,
They can't
damn.
connect as the coverage comes through and the 4th down stands.
Yeah, I don't care that they didn't get it. Still the right call in that situation. It's a little too long for a field goal, and a punt really nets you very few yards. The decision-making was sound. It was the execution that let them down.
So good field position for the Panthers. Starting this drive, 1st and 10. Play action now, Young.
Yo! Okay, I need to remember this one. I need to remember the formation so I can find it.
Play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
Kate, I can speak from personal experience on this one. That is the absolute worst nightmare as a quarterback. When you call that bootleg and you turn around and all you see is nothing but a big old defensive end, yeah, your interest switch from getting rid of the ball to a little self-preservation. Good job just simply hanging on to the football.
Oh, my God. What is this bullshit?
3rd and long for him here.
You know what? I don't see. I didn't see the Buccaneers make those kind of plays last year.
And this is why
I don't see their offense looking this shitty.
Speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. And that sure altered the throw.
And he's getting nothing on that return. They wrap him up almost at the exact spot that he fielded that punt. Call that a booming 56 yards in the end. And the Falcons will take over. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Drive begins with a run. It's Robinson. He's able to drive that pile about a yard. That stop made by Derek Brown. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Back to throw now. That one falls to the turf, couldn't hang on. It's incomplete.
You know, I'm not sure if he was hearing footsteps or just had a surprise break in concentration. So unusual to see one dropped unless there's a hit involved.
Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the defense comes through. That's going to back them up and bring up 4th down.
In theory, Kate, that's exactly what complementary man coverage is supposed to look like. The DBs, well, they're sticky on the back end of it. The front end, that pass rush, it makes an impact that gets home. But of course we know, it's not that simple. It is really tough to lock down a full field for more than a second or two.
And little to nothing on that return as the coverage team gets to him. Nice kick there. It's a punt of 53 yards. And it'll be their football. So good field position for the Panthers. Starting this drive, 1st and 10. Young throwing here. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down. Throwing now from the gun. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
This is a time where you get in that huddle and you just look at one another and say, hey, let's get back in rhythm. Get back in rhythm. Get something good to feel good about. Sure, you'd love to get the 1st down, but more than anything, just find a positive play after a huge sack.
And they'll take him down at the 43-yard line.
I'm a big fan of the screen pass. Really, you can run a screen as they just showed on any play. 1st, 2nd, 3rd down, sometimes even 4th. But it takes great acumen, a great football IQ defensively to have an awareness it's coming, and then more importantly, to stop it.
And this punt works out. It's going to cross the 20, be touchdown at the 16-yard line. Out of the field runs the Atlanta offense. And this is an interesting game for both they and their rivals across from them, Brock, getting a key division matchup so early in this season. Throwing from the gun. Toward the sideline, and he's got it. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. Now following that completion, we see a man shaken up. Officials calling for a pause as he gets looked at. A jolt to start that drive. They're up near the 45-yard line. To the air now on 1st and 10. Caught, this is Greg Dulcich. And he takes it across midfield and into Panthers territory. Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1.
At the Panthers' 48-yard line.
Shotgun snap, a give to Robinson. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
That right there, that will make the coaches happy. He didn't just get the first down, but got a healthy chunk of bonus yards afterwards.
It's a new set of downs for him at the 32.
At the 32-yard line.
Back to pass on 1st and 10. Dulcich. Oh, he lost the football. Panthers pick this one up. And they limit the damage on the return, but it is still a turnover.
You know, this just can't happen on first down. It really can't. I mean, ball security is a premium on every down, every distance. But on first down, it is especially a killer.
Okay. Number 44 at 32, our middle linebackers.
The Panthers set to take the field. They didn't add to their lead last time out. They punted it away, but still ahead and able to add to it here. Young on the play action.
Why would you do that when you have the fullback even more
not
over
much
you?
doing. He stopped quickly. 2nd down now, 7 to go. From the 31. He throws a bullet down the left sideline. Really pushing the envelope on 2nd down, but the deep shot doesn't work. Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here. Now they'll throw out of the gun. No better luck than the last play, Brock, as he just has to get rid of it.
You know, it's a point of emphasis in practice each and every week, no matter where we go. How are we going to attack the coverage on 3rd down? We chose the wrong play off that call sheet that time.
4th down, and on comes the punt team, and the kick's away. And he can't evade the coverage team for much. They stop him before he gets really anything on that return. 58 yards on the punt there. And they're going to take over possession. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. They bring the tight end in motion. To throw it on 1st down. Has him on the quick hitter. And he'll get it out to the 34 before he's tracked down.
That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for in 1st down. Textbook. It sets up 2nd and very manageable, and then creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
And that short gain is enough for a new set of downs.
I don't know about you, Kate, but he sure made getting that 1st down look really easy. A lot easier than it's supposed to be for that defense. And I think they'll hear about it when they get to the sidelines.
Going to the ground again on 1st. And his charge towards the line, that's right around 3 yards. 2nd down now, 7 to go.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
An early jump and the flags come in. I think this is going to go against the defense.
Neutral zone infraction, defense.
He thought he had the timing down and could make the play, but just a hair too early.
Still 2nd down.
Offense to the line for 2nd down. Running it after the penalty. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. They pick up a yard. Still need one more, though. 3rd down coming up.
Brings up 3rd and 1.
Another carry for Robinson. And he has it up towards midfield before he's taken down at the 47. Pickup of 2 here. And it's good for an Atlanta 1st down.
Win the early battle. Get a little leverage. Low man wins off the line, and that's all that was needed to ensure that 1st down right there.
Football on that 47-yard line, 1st down. Changing things up, they're going to throw now. Finds his target, Robinson. And he's brought down after a short gain. Second down now, 7 to go.
Brings up second and 7.
Motioning one of the tight ends. Here's 2nd and 7. Into the hands of Dulcich. And he has it to the 42 before they make the stop. Now the Falcons trying to get everyone up and set here. Throw reeled in by London. He's got a gain of 6 there. Trayvon Merrick there for the stop. Before we can get a snap on 2nd down, they call timeout. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. From the 36. Pass is caught. That's Darnell Mooney. And he's going to be taken down a yard shy of the 25. Timeout called by Atlanta. That's going to be at 2nd. And they've got themselves another 1st and 10. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. And this one's dropped for what would have been a nice gain.
Well covered on that play. Really not a large window for him to sneak that throw in.
Second and 10 now. Too much lead on that throw. That falls incomplete ahead of his target.
Boy, offenses that connect in this intermediate zone are so effective. Getting a completion in that area, and not just sparks your offense, but it just turns that aggressive meter way up. They just couldn't quite find the connection.
Mother fucking Christ.
No doubt about it, Brock. That was a route they worked on in practice, and it manifested in a touchdown when the downs counted here.
And no doubt about it, Kate, you grew up watching and celebrating Jerry Rice running that exact route, didn't you?
Yes, sir. You know it. You know it.
He was so good at it. Every receiver could do it some of the time, but Jerry and the best of them, they do it all the time, just like that one right there.
They're out to try and tack on the extra point. Right down the middle. It's good. And the Falcons tie this game 7-7. The Falcons kickoff team out there as they'll send this away. Brown with a return here. Finds some space. He's past the 30. And they'll start this drive in good position, a little shy of the 40. So good field position for the Panthers. Starting this drive, 1st and 10. Shotgun snap now to Young. Caught, nice gain left side. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. To the air on 1st down, Young. Hits him on the out route. And he takes it inside the 35 before heading out. 2nd and 3 now. From the 34. And that one is incomplete, and the clock stops with 18 seconds to go.
I think if you look up in phase in the defensive encyclopedia, that is a picture-perfect form of it. He was all over him in coverage, really forcing the incompletion.
And even on 3rd down, he sees no choice other than to get rid of it. Not the play they wanted. It's going to be 4th down.
You know, these 3rd and short situations, you rep them all the time. Snap after snap, rep after rep. You're expecting man-to-man coverage in that down and distance, and you're expecting to execute. That time on 3rd and short, they can't get the job done.
He can't get away. They get the sack and force a turnover on downs.
Hey, I am all for aggression. You get 4 downs, go for it. But I do have to wonder here, Kate, after being denied once again, is there going to be a trust level on that sidelines to go for it the next time they get this shot?
There shouldn't be. They should have went for the 51-yarder.
The Falcons in good field position here as they start out 1st and 10.
Of course, they should have probably ran it the play before.
He puts some air under it. Deep down the middle it goes. And not a great choice on first down. It's incomplete, nearly intercepted, actually, so second down coming up. That brings us to halftime, and these teams locked up on the scoreboard. It's a 7-7 ball game. Now we'll get you down to our Orlando studios for the EA Sports Halftime Report with Jonathan Coachman.
All right, Kate, we'll get back to you and Brock in a bit. For now, plenty of early action in the 1 o'clock Eastern window to get you caught up on. So let's get to it. We'll begin up at legendary Lambeau Field in Green Bay. And they've gone to halftime with the Packers out on top. Josh Jacobs, a touchdown run in that first half. From there, we head down to the Sunshine State to check on the Jaguars at home in Jacksonville. And they have the lead in that one over the visiting Indianapolis Colts. Trevor Lawrence has thrown a touchdown pass. Lastly, let's get to Pittsburgh to check on the Steelers at home in Acrisure Stadium. As you can see the score there.
Russell Wilson back to the Steelers?
Quarter. Russell Wilson with 3 touchdown passes.
Oh, come on, Bengals.
We thought this one would be a close battle coming in, and we have not been disappointed. They're all even to this point. This has the feeling of a game that could go right down to the wire. One mistake or one big play could turn out to be the difference.
Thanks so much for the look around the league, Coach. But now it's time to turn our attention back to this one as we begin the third quarter. And we'll have to wait at least a few moments longer for an exciting start to this second half. We've got a touchback. Carolina ready to get things started on offense to begin the third. And after they were stopped on fourth down their prior possession, Brock, you got to wonder if they're going to be confident enough to go for it again if they get to that point here. This drive will begin with Hubbard. He's forward, gets a couple of yards. Arnold Ebiketie makes it there for the stop. Now after the run, we see some trainers headed out for an injured player who was shaken up. 8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this second down. Counterplay, Hubbard. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. A couple yards on the run. It's 3rd and 6 now. They bring a tight end in motion right. On 3rd down, it's Young. He has the first over the middle. And he's downed after getting us up to the 41. A 70-yard pickup, and it moves the chains.
That's what we call situational football. You spend all week working on your nickel passing game package to take advantage of 3rd downs just like that.
Here's Young on 1st and 10. It was there, but he couldn't hang on.
Okay, that
That's
does
incomplete.
it. That does it.
I'm not sure if he was here.
I don't understand. Dude, your catch rating, where's the fucking catch rating? Is an 85. Fuck it, I'll put this guy in who's got high athleticism and shitty fucking catching, and he's probably gonna perform just as well. I can't fucking believe this shit.
Surprise, break, and concentration. It's so unusual at this level to see a drop pass unless there's a hit involved.
A 2nd down throw for Young. That's completed right side.
So apparently
And he takes it in. Touchdown, Carolina.
I got under Coker's skin, huh?
The Panthers take the lead right away.
What a great GM move, huh?
I love plays like this, Brock. Sometimes you just got to ask your dude, show me what you got, man. Show off those wheels, and he did just that.
Yeah, beauty in simplicity, right?
Yep.
Now, when you run that fly route, you got to win right from the jump. And you got to protect yourself from the sideline, too. Don't get pushed to the boundary. Give your quarterback room to throw it up, and you can find pay dirt.
That one right down the middle. And the Panthers break that tie and now lead by 7. The Panthers kick team out there now as they send it away. Return coming from the 6. He's stopped on the return at the 27. The Falcons and running back Bijan Robinson getting set to begin another drive. It's a touchdown ball game right now, Brock. 14-7 as they start this possession. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. Short pass brought in. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain.
Part of the reason I leave you pregame, Kate, and get down to that field and watch these guys throw and catch is I want to see their timing. I want to see their anticipation. That is picture perfect right there. A crossing route thrown that quickly tells me these two are on the same page.
From the 33 on second down. Able to hit Robinson, complete. And the defense gets there to force a small loss. So now here's 3rd and 5. Looking for a throw here. And it's incomplete, and that's going to bring up 4th down. Now before the punt, not sure what the issue was, but we have a timeout from the kicking team. Punt team is on now, and they get this away. He takes the fair catch at about the 26-yard line. No return on that punt. And they'll get ready to go on offense.
Better not be seeing 17
Carolina
on that
about set
field.
to go once again offensively. And that last drive, no answer for what they were doing through the air. So expect some tighter coverage this time around.
Oh my God.
An alert play defensively
Wait,
there. Got a hand on it to
why
tip
am I
it away.
talking
That
to a
makes it
fucking
2nd down.
computer?
Out of the gun, Young. He's got him. That's McMillan. And this one gets to the 33-yard line before it's stopped. Chance to move the chains here on 3rd and 4. Young on the play action. That's the 1st down, and he's still going. And he's going to go down right along the midfield stripe. That play good for 17 and a 1st down.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. And a lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
Play action now, Young. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
Apparently Chuba just didn't feel like blocking on that play.
Success from the previous play, it is gone. Credit to this defense who snapped and cleared. That's part of this game. You got to snap and clear. Give up a big play, come back and make a big one for yourself. And they do get home that sack. Well, that is pretty darn impeccable timing between the two. They hit a curl route of that length. It takes great anticipation and precision by the quarterback, and the receiver on the other end finishing it, doing his job.
Complete beyond the marker. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. It's a pickup of 26. And it'll give the Panthers a 1st down.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains, there wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
They'll come up 1st and 10. Motioning the tight end now. 1st and 10, it's Hubbard. And his effort results in maybe 2 yards, but nothing more.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Young working from the gun. McMillan hauls it in. And he's got it inside the 15 before going out. All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3. Now Young. This throw is caught. And he has it down
Okay,
to
the
the
rookie's
8-yard
first
line of
catch.
the play. A gain of 5, Brock,
Didn't
and now they're
Excel
going to
just
have
drop
1st
that
and
one
goal.
earlier?
Back to throw. Here's Young. throw behind his intended target.
That just goes to show you can't take any completion for granted, even on some of the shortest passes in the game plan.
They're going play action.
Oh, come on.
That one's incomplete
You
in the
had
end
the
zone.
fucking fullback.
Thought he had a touchdown there.
How
they're
could you
left with
possibly
3rd and
think
goal.
that?
From the pistol, it's Young. Almost had 6, but can't find him in the end zone. Incomplete.
Well, you got to have a short memory in the NFL. Incompletions happen. Now you got to make the adjustment and go get the next one.
Did he drop that one?
And out comes the Panthers field goal unit. This only a chip shot from the right hash. And it is good. No problems there on the shorter attempt. And that'll push it to double digits in a 2-possession game.
Well, that's the type of long, sustained drive that takes some of the starch out of your opponent. The only negative is that the kicking team was out there for a field goal and not an extra point. But they do come away with 3.
From a couple of yards deep, this is going to come out. And the return sets them
Look
up
at our
just
backup running
beyond their
back
own
making a
20.
tackle.
The Falcons ready for their next possession. And I'm sure they're tired of bringing out the punter, Brock. They're hopefully going to give him some rest this time around and find some points to go after that lead. 1st and 10, around to Robinson. And he's brought down for a loss.
That's what you
Well,
do,
he was
Wallace.
supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
Throw reeled in by London. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs. It's a new set of downs for him at the 32. Back to pass on 1st and 10. Short throw is dropped. This one's incomplete.
Oh, that drop is such a bummer because it ruins the payoff of such a well-designed play, Kate. Got the man open, beat the coverage, but then you got to go finish it. You got to go make that catch. I will say, keep that one in mind. They could revisit that play in the future. That's just simply great positioning to swat the ball away. He stayed in a spot where he could disrupt the throw before the target could make a play on it.
They're going to throw it on 3rd and long.
God damn
That
it,
one's
man.
complete to London. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a 1st down.
You're not going to last long in the National Football League if you don't convert a good chunk of your 3rd downs. Nice find there to continue the series.
From the 44-yard line now, 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Robinson. And he's going to manage a lone yard on that drive up the gut. That stop made by Derek Brown. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9.
At the 45-yard line.
Staying with Robinson. And once again,
See what
he
I'm talking
doesn't
about?
manage much
Number
before
48,
getting
like,
brought
he
down.
kind of stands out.
A gain of 2 follows up a gain of 1, and now they're left with 3rd and 7. Back now, pressure on its way.
Ooh!
But it
Okay.
bounces out of bounds, so
Second
they'll
there, I thought
retain
they-
possession. Well, they're going to face 4th down now, Brock, but hey, could be a whole lot worse. Very nearly a turnover there until that sideline saved them.
Yeah, even if this drive is coming to an end, they'll get to do so now, Kate, on their own terms. Get that punter out there and hopefully give their defense a much better field position to defend from.
The Panthers and Bryce Young making their way back out on offense. And he has continued to own this defense and keep on throwing that football, partner, making this performance one that he's going to remember, but as you like to say, the
scares me
defense
now.
would probably rather forget. Young off 1st and 10. Flushed out of the pocket. He tucks it and takes off. It's a gain of 21 yards to pick up that 1st down.
As long as these are the results he's getting, they're going to be just fine with him calling his own number. He does such a good job of seeing the field and knowing when it's his time to take it himself.
They'll keep this drive moving and come to the line for 1st and 10. Hubbard trying this up the gut. And the plunge up the gut yields nothing there. Following the run, we see he's still out there dealing with some sort of injury. They'll head out to check on him. This our last play of the quarter. Second and 10 now.
Wait for your
On
blockers.
target to his man Taylor. And he'll take it up to the 30 before being brought down. We'll see what they come up with for 3rd down in just a bit. We've reached the end of 3. It's the Panthers in possession of it, needing to preserve that lead over one final quarter. Third and 6 for them to figure out now. Shotgun snap now to Young. Escapes out to the left. And they get to him as he was trying to make something happen. Now this is the dreaded sight anytime there's a sack. He's hurting after taking that hit, and they're going to get out there to check on him. Panthers getting everyone set for the punt. And he's hoping for a well-placed strike. And he sends this away. Definitely his best kick of the game thus far. And hey, at least he held onto the football, but they will get nothing on that return. That punt goes unanswered. No return there. And it's going to be their football coming up. Here's the Falcon offense headed out. And they'll try for better results this time around, Brock, after they had to punt it away last time out. And their struggles on the ground continue as he's tackled after a small gain. 8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down. From the 28. Finds his target, Robinson. And he's caught behind the line for a loss. So a tough spot now. This is 3rd and 9.
If he's out for
one of the tight
an
ends
extended
motioning
time,
left.
I really hope Daniel Jones hasn't. I really hope
3rd
that
and
free
long
agent
for him
signing.
here.
Oh,
Pass complete to Dulcich. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. It's a pickup of 33 yards. And the Falcons will have a first.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
And he gets a few on the plunge forward.
You know, they got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get first downs against the better defenses in this league.
Got a man, it's London. They'll get 18 yards there. And it's good for an Atlanta first down.
this is a rookie
I think my
quarterback.
favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
To the right side and reeled in by London. And he's brought down a little short. No, actually they do give him the 10-yard line. After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. Man in motion here. Looking for a pass on 2nd and short. He brings it in. And he'll get this inside the 10 to the 9.
That's a defense's goal, right, Kate? Just get us to 3rd down so we can have a chance to get off the field. And that was a good adjustment on that stop in particular, when the back ended up being the target, and they were able to keep him short of the sticks.
Into the end zone, but someone's able to knock it away. That's incomplete. That throw doesn't lead to 6. So they're going to have to evaluate things now on 4th and short. Now out comes the field goal unit as they try this one. A pretty automatic look for him from the left. Flying down the heart of the lane, and it's good! And it pulls them back within 1 score here in the 4th.
This is a case of, well, just get what you can on the way out the door, Kate. It's already out of reach. Just take the 3, Let your kicker get some points and make it a hair closer in the box score.
Brown with a return here. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. Following the kick return, we've got somebody shaken up, so we're going to get a stoppage here as
How
he's
many
intended
fucking
to.
injuries? Okay, apparently the injury bug finally caught up
Drive
with us.
starts out with a 1st and 10.
Come on, Daniel Jones.
First
Come on,
throw for the
Taylor.
backup now.
That
That one is
looking a lot
incomplete.
like PI to me.
Hang on through the contact.
Timing is everything in life, and timing is everything defensively. That throw was just a little bit late and gave the defense time to close, deliver a pop, and knock that ball
There you go,
loose.
Taylor.
And he's going to bring it up to the 40-yard line before he stopped. They'll get 14 yards and a new set of downs.
Had the first down by a comfortable margin right there. Remember that play call. Put that one away. Could be a money play for them the next time they're in a similar spot.
First down, and they go right back to it. And a couple of teammates combining there for the stop after just 1 yard.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
Oh, looks like the defense got a little too excited there, and that's going to be a penalty. So he jumped too early, and that's going to cost him 5 yards.
Still 2nd down.
All right, here we go. 2nd down. They go again with Taylor. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage.
I'm not kidding you, Kate. A run of that length at the NFL level, honestly, is the equivalent of a run of 15-plus at the high school level. It's hard in the run game to make yards, and they just got a very successful
Yeah,
one.
I've noticed.
That one's incomplete. Had the connection, but some stone hands got in the way there.
Blanket us.
Couldn't connect on 1st. It's 2nd down.
How are their guys always fucking open?
From
Like
the gun,
open.
Taylor.
Oh, look at this. Nice
And he's
fucking
able
run,
to get
Taylor.
this down to the 36. It's a gain of 12 there. And that'll be good for a Carolina 1st.
Well, you don't need to do anything fucking fancy, Daniel.
They send a receiver in motion right. On 1st down, it's Jones to throw. Oh no, the ball is loose!
No.
And the Falcons scoop it out!
How does that count,
Well, he was
bro?
fighting off defenders, trying for the extra yards.
How does that count as a
Understand
fucking
it,
catch and
but
fumble?
might have been what cost him and opened the door for that fumble.
Kate, you and I both know this game has changed so much in our lifetimes. It's evolved in
Oh,
so many
he's
different
down.
ways.
He's down.
But I promise you, you can go back to the 60s, the 70s, and many of these fumbles occur just like that. You break one tackle,
God.
you let up just a little bit, and that next guy comes home and delivers the devastating blow.
Here's Atlanta ready to take over
I'm going to send
possession.
a strongly worded
And
letter
you and I
to
both know, Brock,
the league
they,
office
like
if
so
they don't
many teams
overturn
in this league, fans of establishing the run to begin a football game. Well, I'm looking at my watch. I'm looking up at the scoreboard. While a new offense preps to head out, we've got a stoppage. They want to make sure this is a turnover. All right, so we all know what we're looking for here, Brock. Where did an elbow, maybe a knee,
Bam,
something
see?
touch
Something.
down?
You saw
and as
something
it does, is
right
the
there.
ball loose at that point?
Yeah, throw in forearm, wrist, shin. There's no question the offensive guy's screaming something hit the ground while the defense is hoping it didn't.
Take that fumble away. The
Yeah,
officials
I'm gonna-
overturn the call and say he was
I'm going
down.
to change the depth chart back. I'm getting a little nervous here.
From the 30 on 2nd down. Escapes the pocket. He can run it. Call it 7 yards on the play, and that's enough for the 1st down.
You know, that's one of those little mental Rolodex plays. Right before the snap, you know if the read is...
Now we've got a challenge.
Oh, what am I
Dave
doing?
Canales
God damn it.
not happy
Dumb
with that
fucking
last
idiot.
call.
Previous play is under
Oh,
review.
shit. GM got in the fucking way.
After review of the play, the ruling on the field stands.
Come on. Why can't I? Let's just jump forward a little bit here. It wasn't letting me go back to
A
the
new
menu.
set of downs awaits him. Here's 1st and 10.
But I want to get my more experienced receivers in there because I started to get nervous that
They put a receiver in motion
it'd be
right.
a clutch play and they would drop the ball and it would be my fault.
1st down throw by Jones. Has a man.
I
It's
see he
Brown.
caught that one.
And he'll go down here at the
Should I just
16.
keep it going? Should I keep it going? Fucking YOLO. Let's keep it going. I mean, he hasn't
2nd and 3 now.
really disappointed yet.
Shotgun, handoff to Taylor.
I did waste the timeout.
And he'll
though.
pick up enough to move the chains.
Hopefully we won't need it.
Ooh, I like that. I really like that execution.
That's
to
why
move
they
the
get all mad. They
chains.
say,
now that
"Get
3rd
the
down
front
call that
office
they
fucks
had
out
ready,
of my
they could stick it right back
sideline.
in the pocket for a later occasion.
Let me do my job.
Jones now
Why are
to
you
throw.
passing it, Panthers? Okay, we'll pass it. There.
The back grabs it.
Okay.
And he's able to get it to the 2 before the stop.
Now you can run it. There's
The
that
Falcons
option.
spend the first of their 3 timeouts.
There's
Ball at the 2
the
here for
ability
2nd
to
and
run
goal.
the ball. I would do it here.
Operating from the gun, it's Jones.
Oh, you see?
And what a risk!
You
but
see?
he can't hang on. No
You wanna run out the
interception,
clock?
but nearly a
Come
turnover
on,
in the end
man.
zone.
Oh,
Buckle
fuck,
up,
bro.
It's 3rd and goal.
This is not in the fucking
Looking
game
to
plan
throw.
at all.
And
It
he's
is
gonna
not.
Score. Touchdown, Carolina.
Holy shit, dude. I don't think
Panthers
this
go up by
shit
2
fucking
scores
game
as
plan
they try to
bullshit
put
works.
This one away. Slant route, as it does so many times every game we call, Brock. Paying dividends. Made that touchdown look a lot easier than it was.
An uncontested release that close to the end zone spells disaster for a defense every time, Kate. You got to have a whole lot more physicality at the point of attack because a QB is always going to be looking for that short little slant near the goal line.
That one splits the uprights. And the
game
Panthers
plan
double their
is
lead to
when
14.
It's like 3rd and short, 4th and short. You never have empty back
The Panthers
formations.
kick team out
Never.
there now as they send it away.
I've deleted those plays.
Fielded at the 7. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. This offense getting all set for this series. And down double digits, Brock. Field goals like we saw in their last drive aren't going to move the needle as much as they need to. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Throwing from the gun. Dumps it off to his running back.
Kate, I don't know why every once in a while I'll get these little flashbacks, but a little play like that just flashes me back to the preseason, my first preseason. One of the veteran QBs said, hey, Brock, whatever you do, just find completions. You will never go broke taking a profit. Go get a completion. They're at a premium in this league.
Here we go, 2nd and 9. That one falls to the turf, couldn't hang on, it's incomplete. Now we get a timeout by the Panthers, it's their first. Here he is on 3rd and long. Throw reeled in by London. And he's tackled after gaining a handful. Desperation time here on 4th. He finds him beyond the marker. And he's tackled with a 1st down yardage. That's the 2-minute warning here from Atlanta. Falcons losing by 14.
Oh, I love 4th downs. It just brings out the very best, and you get to see how you handle the most pressure, and it turns out, well, they handled it pretty darn well, and now they'll keep pushing.
No place to go, so he just threw it away.
You could have ran it.
That was a situation where he got the time in the pocket he needed. There just wasn't anyone open to throw it to. It got to the point he had 2 choices as that clock is going off in his head. Force a throw and risk a pick, or just get rid of it and cut your losses on the play.
Still sticking with the passing game. He just throws this one away.
You know, Kate, that was one of those situations where you hear a quarterback having a clock, right? You know, and he had enough time in the pocket, but then it was like, okay, time is running out, and I got to do something. He did not force a throw and risk a pick. Instead, he just got rid of it and cut his losses.
He'll get this complete to Mooney. And the tackle's made just beyond midfield at the 48.
Oh my God!
Inside the 25.
How come we can never come down with those?
Trying to get everyone up and set here. Got it, man. Robinson has it. And he gets this down inside the red zone before going out.
Well, that's a pretty similar result to a first down run play. Moves it forward, keeps you on schedule, and makes second and third down a whole lot easier to manage.
From the 18 on second down. That one's incomplete over the middle. Trying to find his tight end. And it'll be 3rd and 5 coming up. Throwing now. And this one is dropped and incomplete. He had the pick in his hands, couldn't hang on. It's going to be 4th down.
Oh, that was such an opportunity lost. They were looking for a way out without giving up any points on the series. And instead, well, he just couldn't quite hang on.
This is reeled in by Wilson. And this play reaches the 12-yard line before the stop is made. Timeout called by Atlanta. That's going to be at 2nd. Still one more in their pocket to use. Only one timeout remaining. They've got to work quickly here. It's 1st and 10. Shotgun snap. They're going to throw. That's complete to the sideline. Not a ton of room, but he does get the feet down.
The goal of running that drag route is to get it to him for at least a minimal gain with space to add after that. They picked up a good chunk, and there was nearly room to add even more.
And the cover just too good there. Didn't find a throw that he was confident in, so just throws it away. 3rd down coming up.
Brings up 3rd down and 4.
Now to throw. Ooh, that looked like a pick for a second, but it hits the end zone grass. They are very fortunate to get this one back, but now they've got 4th down.
Merrick. I need to remember that. Merrick. Can never pronounce his name right. Merrick.
Looking to throw it.
Mayor.
And on 4th down, that one won't work. It's incomplete. So the defense rises to the challenge and gives the ball back to their offense. The Carolina offense headed out now. And taking a look at these highlights, Brock, just a reminder of the type of game that they have had throwing the football. It really has been the key to their success.
Yeah, they've just not only stayed on schedule here, Kate. They've made some music, right? Great rhythm.
Yeah.
Not just ahead of schedule, but huge plays have followed. We've seen a lot of different looks and wrinkles throughout this performance, and it's been a joy to watch.
Taylor gets it to begin the drive. And the defense gets there to force a small loss. The Falcons take a timeout to their final one. That's all they had, so the offense free to start running the clock down now. 2nd down carry for Taylor.
Bam!
And he reaches the 17-yard line as he's hauled down. 12 yards on that play, and a good call nets him the 1st.
Okay, good. We got that Vikings game out
this one on the road.
in the past. It's gone.
And they take their first skirmish with their division
It only
rivals,
lives on
with a
YouTube
chance
now.
at a sweep awaiting them later in the year in their building.
Imagine being that guy. Get tired to coach the Falcons, and then his quarterback gets injured for a few. Hey, Bryce, you look fine right now.
So for Brock
Speaking of
Heward,
injured
everyone
quarterbacks.
here on our great crew, I'm Kate Scott, and this has been the NFL on EA Sports. The Panthers are winners as we say goodbye from Atlanta.
Okay, I need to see that formation so I can get rid of that play. It was the first quarter. Bryce got sacked. All right, Daniel Jones only got 21 yards, but their rookie, no-name fucking quarterback had a pretty good game. 356 total yards of offense. Let's see. 140 yards rushing to their 53. That's nice. 216 yards passing to their 275. Yeah, he was having a decent game before he got injured. Oh man, we'll see how bad it hurts. Oh man, Taylor's looking better. Man, Icky never gets pancakes, man. Mountain gave up one. Lewis and Hunt gave up one. Okay, I'm glad to not see Icky on that one. Wallace. That's a good game right there. Damn. Jalen Walker was pissed we didn't draft him. See, now that's how you're supposed to run Chuba. Every other time I would have seen him go right behind Cade Mays, number 64 there, and just kind of end up getting tackled. What? Is that? Wasn't it? It was in the first quarter, wasn't it? Or maybe it was this one. Yeah, I think it was this one. Nope. Oh, I want to see this one. So it was these two that knocked it out. Oh no. Oh no. Might have been Anderson. I can't see. I think it was mostly Anderson. Yep. Right to the big man. Okay, maybe it was this play right here. Yep. Okay, this is a single bat set with 3 wide receivers tied into the left. So 3 on the left, 1 on the right. I need to find this play and delete it forever. Because that just... Now, because I would think that, like, yeah, you wouldn't have to... Shouldn't have to bootleg out of that, man. So basically, no one's got him covered. Because McMillan's taking a safety with him. And then the linebacker goes with Chuba. Or he's going with Sanders until you sees Chuba there. It's a great design. Just like to see you break a tackle, Sanders. This one was nice. Ooh. I always love it when one of the safeties just fucking comes down. Beautiful. Pocket held up. Just waiting. That's how it's supposed to be done. Let's watch this one here. Darius freaking Taylor, man. What was he? So he was a 5th-round pick. He's like, fuck you. I'm holding on to the ball. I'm getting rid of you and you. I want to see runs like that, but then break them. Break them all the way. Alright, let's see the damage. How many injuries? Chuba, Bryce, and then Sanders. All got injured in that game. One new injury, okay. Which one is it? I'm going to say, if I had to pick one I would be okay with would be Chuba. And hopefully it's not Bryce. It's Chuba for 6 weeks, okay. That's why we have backups, man. Broken ribs. You know, it'd be good for Brooks to see more touches too. Sorry, I'm yawning. Whoosh. Okay, man, that was a way better game. Of course, the Falcons are not a good team, so I need to go in and find that play because every play could be a difference. All right, so for this next game, man, I'm gonna air it out again. Just air it out because they're pretty good against the run and shitty against the pass, but they do have a good defense overall. Let's take a look at their injury report. Nobody. All right, I'm gonna end this one here. Play it later today.